Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy. This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with.
Kill!
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Seems the hideaway has lost its...
And what precisely will I be cooking at?
Blueback wyvern liver. And
Wyvern. Now then, let's hope these grand... And here we have it. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit...
And rightly so.
So...
What? The crackle of the crust gives way. It is a tour de force.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense.
Decent. Sit.
I'll give us some...
Clive.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir... Well, but we ain't got nowhere. I'd build him and you, but where would I put him? Which leaves it...
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's been more and more of them, but there's only so many we can... We can't keep cramming more and more people. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with.
It's no...
Thank you.
So?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since...
It was a trap, and if any of us could have done anything, but what's done is done. And those who lived there...
I suppose...
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got... There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. Nasty bat would have sensed that now...
Eastpool was once home to people I loved.
And I...
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So Wade,
And you.
I spoke, she tells me.
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading on her. And then there are the bearers. We need somewhere to set...
As can I, which is why...
That's very kind. With you beside us, we shall...
So,
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. And rather less, thankfully. The road that a small force would suffice to clear...
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and make sure I'm...
I can't ask you to bet.
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, I shall summon...
Shall I wait for you?
No need, my lord. You go...
All right.
We shall see you...
Inn's full. Don't bother.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even if I...
Have you heard the latest from Twinside? That the Emperor is no more?
Trust an owl bearing good news, I say. It's true.
My lord, Marquis, it is you. I am
Of course.
Yes,
And what was so sent?
1,000.
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's tasked with learning what I am, and what I have learned is grim. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. The gears of governance have ground to your lord.
That sounds like...
It is.
Alas.
They are both able-bodied and trained in the...
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know... That doesn't exactly narrow.
Thank you.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place.
Or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Any more surprises?
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived...
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardian...
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away. Before any other
Of course. I'll leave it with me.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now.
That's all of them. And not a single... Now to begin the important work of... It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that... It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise again.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here, if you don't mind. I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone... If you need anything more...
And we will, my lord.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Ah, Sir Wade, what's all on second? It'll only get...
I suppose it...
What else? Sir Wade, there's plenty...
Did Wade say...
Well, anyway, the poor's the way I see it. If it's food or lumber...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank...
I wanted to...
Clive!
I wasn't but it seems we still owe you, and though I doubt...
A star! It's worth at least...
Think of the differences in...
Interest? Anyway, a bit much sending the Lord...
Something like that.
Same as all. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander. Word it probably knew that without his... Sid may have been the face of the hideaway. And when Sid passed...
His death was hard on everyone.
But he didn't, I reckon, what he saw... And don't we all? That...
Nothing like a little unrest.
Let the dame hear you say that.
But there were ghosts at the gates, not Daisy. Those things I said before about not being able to fight.
Milady.
Gift? Oh, ma...
Otto asked me to settle the hideaway and to...
Oh, I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. The man owes me nothing. My contribution to the restoration...
You once told me Sid did you a... I'd like to do the same. And for Otto's. For all of us.
Otto is lucky to have... I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the...
Otto had us...
Long ago. Yes, and blamed himself. I don't know how it happened.
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Sid, I've an ill habit. Given that both of all...
Goat will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us. Goat. Still alive, I... So, Lady...
Ah, she threw it right...
Karen
Oh, if it wasn't...
I'm sure you were...
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. You earned this. All done?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Lady Catgoat tells me, would you prefer the...
What that? I may have tossed a tap, but those were donated.
Of course not. Surely...
Oh, so you're a prick. Fine. But I'm... Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a start. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself. Might be I already have it. Might be you even know her. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all.
I hear you ended up thanks to this. I sometimes wonder...
Speaking of which,
Oh! So you remember what's owed to you?
I've seen that before.
Yeah. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit...
I knew so little about...
most people.
Martha and the Dame both seemed to have fun. How long did you know Sid?
Before he died. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade. She bought passage to... we set up drinking Island rum till the morning. Quit my post not long after that. But me and Sid stayed close. That was... before the magic woke inside my son soon after his fit. And there was no hiding.
Couldn't you and your family?
My family wanted the monster. I couldn't turn my back on him, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they... Luckily, it was him who stood beside me when... Him who cried for me. Him who and he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for threw away everything he had. I knew then. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have. It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something. It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Perhaps.
Fuck! How the hell did... The finest cell swords in... Could be I know something more.
I found someone who says he's heard...
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price. Be they knight. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, and the more war being waged. And who will they all... Why, the good...
And you've seen this...
Aye, you'll find her right here.
Here in Delamain. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the... But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular... Feeling bold, traveller? Now, if that's all...
Sorry to have...
You don't think Nan's the Reap?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be into...
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks.
Good question.
And I'll visit this store.
All right.
You too, Good. Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master. You can start by giving us...
I already told...
and maybe...
please!
I'll deal with...
You that one's if you kindly...
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't...
Oh, you're... He hasn't had many visitors since we...
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but...
Much has changed in the Republic.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to...
Well, then you have my thanks. I arrived in Dalimil. His men...
The captain is...
Fortune...
What of the Fists? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a caravan heading... you won't mind if I...
Not at all. Now, if he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I... Come on.
Faster!
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. This thing reeks. sooner it's off my hands, the better. Here's your...
I worry... Claire, join me as my honored partner.
I don't plan on making a habit of...
Very well. Do not allow me to keep...
You wouldn't happen to have a decent stone in there, would you, madam?
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dalamil.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Well, scholarly sorts like him always are, aren't they?
Not a scratch on them.
Have you noticed the Elder has been coffeeless?
What golden plains might the Wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Mummy made the pottage from it.
Sounds delicious. Perhaps you'll invite her to try it next time.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair.
Oh, what that I could have seen from... Oh, come, don't tease me. Let's...
Guardians of the Crystal. The first, I'm pretty sure they're...
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with But whatever could have driven the
Wanderers of the Golden Plains. Lay your roots in stone, or...
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic... This is proving...
Children of the Hunters. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive 3 engravings. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, Wanderers from a... Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach... Nonetheless...
Too many stairs, but...
fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands now.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing. So,
that's dire slow, boys.
leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen. Go on.
When the Borgwyn finds out he only wanted that bull of a manservant, you weren't even...
What were you going to...
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to... Then you... Well...
You're not worth the effort. I need to find Goots. Right now.
Get your filthy paws up!
Stop calling and stop spreading them!
For they are not lies. Every...
Goose.
He's gonna kill... He said she had to pay...
After what she did, it is only right. That loathsome harpy's very existence... Goots, was it? Only with your... Run along now.
No.
No.
I don't care what she did. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll...
Goots, no.
Enough, all...
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think the whole thing got me thinking? Who in Dalimil might bear me a grudge? And a certain sniff, though it was just Bogan. I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing What was it we called you?
You. Everything that... It was all... And now you'll
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go...
You great... Out of the way, I can... So, wet legs. You remember what you told me? An eye for an eye? Wise words, Wise words. And now it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you.
Is he...
Dead? No. It's an easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, I should...
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were... Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind, so took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, but he crossed a line, dragging pub. He didn't hurt you.
No, Nan. Still got all me, but...
What if he does? Best we take the other eye, then we work our way down. But something tells me... Right. Let's get you back to...
Remind me never to cross you.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul.
I didn't... I just thought...
Aye. Reckon the both of us, you've always been... And I'd have you... Why, you're fine.
Thanks.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to... He'll need to start till then.
Of course.
Stop it. I don't...
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
Then you found him. I am Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both...
I am still...
And... As it...
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. May Gilbert smile upon you.
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Clive, it just so happens that right...
And what talents would...
Why your fearlessness?
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, Randalar has been... None remain but the...
And you've been looking...
Precise.
So where does my...
Though we may have the... the place...
And...
How could I...
Excellent. See you.
So,
I will even... So...
Try... I'll...
You will find a village...
All right.
I'm sure... Must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Boklat. Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms.
I shall.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes, but enough about him.
How did you...
It's done.
You made...
I should go and let Ella...
Don't let me... but Clive... Don't tell her. She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished.
All right. Eloise, I just got...
Thank you, Claire. Here. Well then, now that I suppose we'd better... The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer...
You're still in negotiation?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the art, but we shall emerge.
Well...
I'm not sure...
You wanted...
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium.
I don't think...
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has, and they're still expanding. And judging by her reaction earlier...
And you'd rather she...
I would rather she did what... And I would never deny her... Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have stripped... But this was not the life my sister wanted. I won't let her give up on her dreams again. She freed me from... And she must be...
You're a good man.
I have always been. And I want to repay the favor. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises...
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I... Though I'm sure I'll...
Always.
Thank you. Well then, these bearers aren't... That's a job for the
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. You earned this. All done?
How are you doing? Quick look. Think you can help?
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye.
So, will it be? And?
Free cities under siege?
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
You